Hey everyone, welcome to Sai Niketan CET classes. In our previous class, we completed up to 40 questions, and in this class, we will solve the remaining problems. Okay, so in that 41st question is the determinant of the adjoint of matrix of order 3 is 25. Then the determinant of the inverse of the matrix is, so here what they given, what we have to find, determinant of inverse. So here clearly we will find this one, determinant of inverse of a matrix, that is equal to question mark, right? So here we should find this one. So it means that determinant of A inverse, right? Determinant of A inverse. So it is given by the formula 1 divided by determinant of A. So this is the formula to find determinant of inverse of matrix A, right? So to find this one, so they have given the order is how much, n is equal to 3 they have given, and also what they have given, determinant of, so they have given determinant of adjoint of a matrix. So here they have given determinant of adjoint of A they have given. So determinant of adjoint of A is equal to how much, they have given 25 they have given, right? Now we should find determinant of A inverse. To find determinant of A inverse, first we want the value of determinant of A. So for this we have the formula, determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus of 1. Okay, this is the standard result. So they have given determinant of adjoint of A, they have given 25 equal to determinant of A to the power 3 minus 1, because n is nothing but a order of a matrix. So clearly this implies determinant of A whole square is equal to 25, or this implies determinant of A equal to plus or minus of 5. Now we got the value of determinant of A, that is equal to what, plus or minus of 5. Now we will substitute here. So this implies determinant of A inverse equal to 1 upon, what is the value of determinant of A, that is plus or minus of 5, or we will write like this, determinant of A inverse equal to plus or minus 1 by 5. So clearly this is equal to 0.25. Okay, so therefore check which option is the right one. So clearly the fourth option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this one. Okay, question number 42. Okay, so here you should observe what they have asked to find, right? Okay, so they have given A matrix, they have given, then we should find the value of alpha. To find the value of alpha, they have given this result also. So what they have given, so here you should observe, we know that determinant of A raised to m is equal to determinant of A to the power m. This is the standard result. Determinant of A to the power m is equal to determinant of A to the power m. Okay, next. So in this case, determinant of A cube, that is equal to what, determinant of A whole cube, right? So they have given this value. So what is the value of this one? 125. This is equal to what, determinant of A whole cube. So this is nothing but, what is the value of determinant of A? The determinant of A is equal to clearly 5. By simplification, this one we got determinant of A equal to 5. Okay, now we should find the value of alpha. To find the value of alpha, first we should take determinant of A matrix. So that is alpha 2 alpha, right? So simplify this one. So clearly alpha square minus of 4. So that is equal to what, determinant of A. But what is the value of determinant of A? That is 5. So therefore 5 is equal to alpha square minus of 4. Take this minus 4 to this side, or alpha square is equal to what, 5 plus 4, or alpha square is equal to what, 9. What is the value of alpha? Alpha is equal to plus or minus of 3. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the third option is the right one, right? So here you should remember this formula. So this is a shortcut, or it is a key point to solve this one, that is determinant of A to the power m is equal to determinant of A to the power m. Okay, we go for the next question. this one. So here you should observe what they have given, right? So here consider the matrix of the following statements. So they have given the three statements they have given, that is related to properties of the determinant they have given. Then in option A, in first option 1 and 3, which of these are correct? Here in these three statement we should check which option is the right one. So that is 1 and 3 are correct, or 1 and 2 are correct. Third option 1, 2, 3 is correct, or 2 and 3 is correct. Okay. So first let us see the first statement. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0, right? So it is a property of the determinant. So in a determinant, if any two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. So therefore the first one is also correct. Okay. Next, second one. If the corresponding rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the value of the determinant does not change. So that is the first property, that is delta equal to delta dash. So suppose if you take a determinant, in a determinant if all the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. So for example, if you take a delta is equal to A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, A3 B3 C3. So it is a determinant. So in this determinant just you have to interchange its rows and columns. So that is A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, right? And here it is A3 B3 C3. So clearly, so it is a given matrix and it is a transpose of this one. So clearly here delta equal to delta dash. So it means that in a determinant if all the rows and columns are interchanged, it means that the corresponding elements are interchanged, then the value of the determinant does not change. So the second option is also correct. Sorry, the second statement is also correct. We'll go for the third one. If any two rows of a determinant are interchanged, then the value of the determinant changes, or the value of the determinant changes in its signs, right? So this is also property of a determinant. Suppose for this determinant, just you should interchange these two rows. So that is R1 changes to R2, R2 changes to R1, then the sign of the determinant becomes changes. So that is a delta equal to minus of A2 B2 C2, and here it is a A1 B1 C1, and the third row as it is B3 C3. Okay. So here in a determinant if any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant is a changes. So therefore the third statement is also correct. So therefore from this discussion we will say that all the three statements are correct. All the three statements are correct. So therefore the third option is a right one. So the which of these are correct? So first statement is correct, second also correct, and third also correct. Therefore you have to mark the third option. Okay. We'll go for the next question. So just this question is based on the properties of the determinant. If you know the properties, then it is very easy to write the answer, right? Okay, we'll go for the next question. This question. Okay. So here what are they given? So A, B and C are in AP, then the value of this determinant, is it equal to 0, or is it equal to this determinant, or is it equal to this one, or this one, or this one? So here you should observe what they have given. A, B, C are in AP they have given. Suppose the three numbers are in AP, then by the definition, so that is T2 minus of T1 is same as T3 minus of T2. So that is T1, T2, T3. So therefore B minus of A is same as C minus of B. Or take this minus B to this side, 2B is equal to A plus C. So A, B, C are in AP means 2B is equal to A plus C, right? Whenever we got 2B, or to replace the value of A plus C, or whenever we got a plus c, we will replace the value by 2b. So therefore here a is there and here it is c is there. So here it is in R3 and here it is in R1. So to make a plus c, I will apply the operation R1 dash equal to R1 plus R3, right? So by applying this directly I will get a plus c. In this place just I will replace the value 2b. Okay, so therefore here R1 plus R3, x plus x 2x, and here it is what, 6 plus 2, that is 8. Here it is 2x plus 10. Okay, next what about this 2x plus a plus c, is it right? And I should write the second row and third row as it is x plus 4, x plus 5, and here it is x plus b. Okay, and third row as it is x plus 6, x plus 7, x plus c. Okay, now so here what is the value of a plus c? A plus c is 2b. I will replace the value of a plus c by 2b. So therefore clearly 2x plus 8, 2x plus 10, here 2x plus 2b. Okay, and here it is x plus 4, x plus 5, and here it is x plus b as it is, x plus 6, x plus 7, x plus 6. So in the first row I will take 2 outside. So if I take 2 outside means, so here it is x plus 4, here it is x plus 5, and what about this x plus b? Okay, next second row as it is x plus 4 as it is, x plus 5 as it is, x plus b as it is, and here it is the third row again it is as it is, so that is x plus 6, x plus 7, that is x plus c, right? Here you should observe first row is identical with the second row. So you already know that in a determinant if any two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant becomes 0. So therefore this becomes 2 into 0, therefore your answer is 0. Okay, which option is the right one? So clearly the first option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. If A is a matrix of order 3 such that A into adjoint of A equal to 10, then 10 into I, then the value of adjoint of A, right? So we already solved such type of the problems. So we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. We know this is a standard result. So A into adjoint of A, so what they are given, 10 into I. So from comparing these two, what is the value of determinant of A? That is equal to 10. Is it right? Now we should find determinant of adjoint of A. That is given by the formula determinant of A to the power n minus 1. So that is determinant of A is 10. N is nothing but 3 they have given. Order of the matrix is 3. So clearly 10 square. Therefore your answer is 100. Okay. So which option is the right one? So clearly the third option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this. Okay, the inverse of the matrix, this matrix, right? Again for this we have the standard result we already discussed in the previous videos, 0 b 0 0 0 c, right? What is the inverse of this one? So inverse of this one equal to 1 by A, 0 0 0 1 by B, 0 0 0 1 by C. If it is a matrix of order 3 cross 3, its inverse is given by reciprocal of the principal diagonal element. So therefore what is the reciprocal of this one? So that is 1 by 2 0 0 0 1 by 3 0 0 0 1 by 4. Okay, therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the fourth option is right. So just you should remember this result. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this one. Okay, here they are given this result, that is equal to ABC by 2, which is not equal to 0. Then the area of the triangle whose vertices are x1 by A, y1 by A, x2 by B, this is y2 by B, x3 by C, and y3 by C, right? So here in option to make a correction, so here 1 by 4 is there, 1 by 4 is there, but in your material what they given, the options are, the fourth option is 1 by 8 is there, right? Okay, now we should find the area of this triangle with the vertices x1 by a, y1 by a, b of x2 by b, here y2 by b, and the c of x1 by x1 by c, here it is x3 by c and y3 by c. We should find area of the triangle whose vertices are this, right? So for this we know the formula 1 by 2 with the vertices are these vertices, then x1 by a, y1 by a, here it is 1 1 1, right? Here it is x2 by b, y2 by b, and x3 by c, y3 by c. So this is the formula to find the area of the triangle with the vertices instead of x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. Just I have replaced the value of x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3 by this, so I got this one. So this is the standard result. So here we got like this, right? Now here in the first row take 1 by a common, in second row take 1 by b common, and in third row take 1 by c common. So therefore 1 by a from r1, 1 by b from r2, 1 by c from r3. So it is, these are the common from r1, r2 and r3. Okay, so what you are getting, delta is equal to 1 by 2 as it is. So here it is 1 by a from r1, 1 by b from r2, 1 by c from r3. So here what you are getting, x1 y1, so here you are getting a only, right? Now here you are getting x2 y2 b you are getting, and what about this x3 y3 b, y3 c, right? Next again here it is a rearrangement is there. So here 1 upon 2, 1 by a, 1 by b, 1 by c means clearly what I am getting, 1 by 2 into 1 by abc I am getting, right? So in the third row, in the third column I will multiply 2, at the same time I will divide 2. So it means that I am multiplying and dividing 2 to third column. So therefore that is 1 by 2 dividing, right? At the same time I should multiply for third column, so hence it is 2a, 2b, 2c. Is it right? And I should write first column and second column as it is. So here it is x1 y1, x2 y2, here it is x3 y3. Okay, now so what it becomes, 1 by 4, 1 divided by abc I am getting, right? Now I will interchange c3 changes to c2, again c2 changes to c1 by applying this operation. So the sign of this determinant changes, because in a determinant if any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. So if I changed 2 times means 2 times its sign is also changes. If I apply this one, first sign is negative, after that I am applying this one, again it changes to plus. So clearly what I am getting, 2a, 2b, 2c, and here it is x1, x2, x3, right? And here it is y1, y2, y3. Okay, so here I am getting this by interchanging c3 to c2, c2 to c1, right? In that case I am getting the positive only, right? Now I will replace this value 1 by 4 into 1 by abc. So this value they have given. What is the value of this one? abc by 2 they have given. So therefore clearly abc divided by 2 they have given, right? Here abc and abc will get cancelled, 4 into 2. So therefore what is the value of this one? Delta, that is 1 by a. Therefore so clearly the fourth option is the right one. Okay, so here you should observe c3 changes to c2, 2a. So in this case here I will write x1, x2, x3 am I am getting. If I change c3 and c2, what is your answer? 2a, 2b, 2c, and here it is y1, y2, y3. In this case by applying this the sign is changes, right? Again I will apply c2 changes to c1, again 2a, 2b, 2c, and again here it is x1, x2, x3, and here it is y1, y2, y3. Again the sign it changes, hence it becomes plus. Okay, this is the property. Okay, I will go for the next question. Okay, this. Okay, here we should find the value of this determinant, right? So it is a determinant of order what? 2 cross 2. Here this becomes cos 15 into cos 75 minus sin 75 into sin 50. Okay, so it is in the form of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Okay, so what is the formula? This is the cos of A plus B, cos of A plus B. So therefore this becomes what? Cos of 75, sorry, cos of 15 plus 75. Okay, so cos of 15 plus 75 means cos 90. So therefore cos 90 means 0. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the second option is the right. This problem is based on this formula. Cos of A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, this one. So already solved this type of the problem in this video only. So this is the same as we have discussed in a previous question. Okay, this is homework. We'll go for the next one, right? So again, if x, y, z are not equal and the value of this determinant, again this type of the questions we are already discussed in a previous class. So just this is a depend on the formula log mn, that is log m plus log n. So this is the hint, you have to practice this also in your home. I will go for the next question. Okay, this one. Again this question is also we have solved in previous videos. What is the value of x to the power minus 1, y to the power minus 1, z to the power minus 1. So this implies we have to find 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z, and it is a standard result. So this is a minus 1, right? So we already solved such type of the questions in previous videos. So just you have to go through this one, go through the previous videos, or you have to practice. This answer is minus 1. If the same questions are there, same models are there, you have to practice in your home only, because the same model just they will change the values. So in that case you have to solve your own. Okay, I will go for the next question only, this one. If A is any square matrix of order 3 cross 3, then what is the value of determinant of 3? Again such type of the problems we have solved. Determinant of k is equal to k to the power n into determinant of A, where n is order of a matrix. Okay, this one. So for this question, determinant of 3 is equal to 3 to the power n. N is nothing but what? N is 3 cross 3 into determinant of A. Therefore your answer is 27 into determinant of A. Therefore the second option is a right. Okay, go for the next question, this one. Okay, so it is differentiation of the determinant. So if y is like this, f of x, g of x, h of x, and l, m, n, and a, b, c are there. If you want to find dy by dx, sorry, dy by dx, differentiation of y with respect to x for this determinant, just you should differentiate the first function only, right? H dash of x, and here it is l, m, n, and here it is a, b, c. Again it is a standard result differentiation of the determinant. So you have to differentiate the first row only, and f of x, g of x, and h of x, they are the functions of x only, right? So therefore clearly the first option is a right one. So this is the standard result. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this one. So I think you know that this question also, because it is a equality of the determinant. First you should find the determinant of this, and after that you have to find the determinant of this. Just you have to equate, then find the value of x. Such type of the question we already solved in a regular class also, right? I will go for the next question. Just you have to equate the determinants. Okay, go for this one. Okay, the constant term in the expansion of this determinant. Okay, so such type of the questions we already discussed. To find the coefficient of the polynomial, just replace the value of x by what? 0, right? If you want to find the constant term of a polynomial, you have to replace the value of x by 0. So therefore replace the value of x by 0. Here it is 1, -1, 2, here it is -1, 2, 1, here it is -2, and here it is 1, here it is a -1, right? Now expand this one. 1 into here it is a -2, here it is -1, minus into minus plus. I told you the first and second column plus, right? Plus 2 into, I told you the first and second column. So clearly it is -1. Here it is what? So here it is minus into minus becomes plus. Okay, so therefore clearly it becomes -3, and here it is +3, and here it is 2 into 3, 6. This and this will get cancelled. So clearly your answer is 6. So therefore which option is the right one? Third option is the right one. So if you want to find the constant term in a polynomial, just replace the value of x by 0. So therefore the answer is 6. I will go for the next question. This. Okay, this question. So here we should find the value of determinant of AB into B dash. So for this, first I will find determinant of A. Here it is, determinant of A is nothing but what? 2 minus of 12. So therefore minus of 10. So this gives determinant of A. Okay, what about determinant of B? Determinant of B is equal to, right, here it is 4 plus 1. So therefore determinant of B is equal to 5. And also you know that in a determinant, if all the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. It means that we know that delta is the same as delta dash. Suppose if it is a B is there, so determinant of B is the same as determinant of B dash. So therefore determinant of B is 5. So in the same way determinant of B dash is also equal to 5. Okay, now and also you know that determinant of AB we will write like this: determinant of A into determinant of B, right? So therefore we should find determinant of AB, B dash we should find. So therefore clearly determinant of AB into determinant of B dash by applying this one. Again, what about this? Determinant of A into determinant of B, and determinant of B dash as it is. So therefore what is the value of determinant of A? -10, and here it is 5, and here it is 5. So therefore your answer is -250. Okay, so which option is the right one? So the third option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question. This question. Okay, here first you should read the question carefully. Okay, the value of third order determinant is 16. Third order determinant they have given, determinant of A they have given 16, where n is equal to what? 3 they have given, order of a matrix. Next, then the value of determinant formed by replacing each of its elements by cofactors, right? So you already know that cofactor matrix, whose cofactor matrix, this is given by what? Cofactor matrix is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, and A33, right? So if you take the transpose of this, what you are getting? Adjoint of A is equal to what? Transpose of cofactor matrix. right? Transpose of a cofactor matrix that gives the adjoint of a matrix. So here what we should find? So here replacing each of its element by its cofactor. So clearly here we should find adjoint of A, we should find this equal to question mark. So clearly what is the answer? Determinant of adjoint of A is equal to what? Determinant of A to the power n minus of 1. So determinant of A, what is the value of determinant of A? Determinant of A is 16. What is the value of n? N is 3 to the power minus 1. So clearly 16 square, therefore your answer is 256. So therefore which option is the right one? So the first option is the right one. So here it is a cofactor matrix, and it is the transpose of the cofactor matrix gives the adjoint. Determinant of adjoint they have asked, so therefore its answer is 256. Okay, up to this topic is completed. So up to this we have completed matrices also, determinant also, and some of the questions I have given the homework, just you have to practice, and if you are any doubts, just you have to message by using our app. Thank you.